Hey guys, let's get more news from Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Jaime Jaquez Jr. opens up about Lakers not drafting him. Jaime Jaquez Jr. triumphantly returned home to Southern California with 16 points and 8 assists to help the Miami Heat beat his hometown team Los Angeles Lakers 110-96 on January 3. The Lakers passed up on Jaquez, who starred at nearby UCLA for 4 years. They instead picked Jalen Hood-Schifino at number 17 with Jaquez going to Miami at number 18 in the last draft. The Irvine-born Jaquez holds no grudge against the Lakers. He's even glad they did not pick him. "I wanted to get away," Jaquez told Ira Winderman of the South Florida Sun-Sentinel. "For myself, I thought it was important for me to be able to go out of my comfort zone and experience something new. I didn't want to be a guy that said, 'Oh, I just stayed in Southern California all my life.' I wanted to go live in a different, new place. And that's why I was very excited to go to Miami. It was new. Everyone compares it, but I think it's very, very different. Jaquez still has the sunshine and beaches in Miami that California has. But he's in a better spot than his hometown team at this point of the season." In a play that became symbolic of the Lakers' draft blunder, Jaquez blocked Hood-Schifino. Hood-Schifino missed all of his 4 shots in the game, including a mid-range jumper that badly missed the rim against the Heat. Hood-Schifino is a project fit for rebuilding teams. Jaquez is the ready-made player that fits the Lakers' timeline with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Jaquez is in the running for the NBA Rookie of the Year against Chet Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama. At the very least, he would end up in the all-rookie first team as he's averaging 13.8 points, 3.8 rebounds, and 2.7 assists while shooting 50% from the field for the Heat. One Western Conference executive told Heavy Sports' Sean Devaney that the Lakers blew the last NBA draft after passing up on Jaquez. "I know there were some people in that organization who wanted Jaime Jaquez to stay in California and be a Laker," the league executive told Devaney. "He was the perfect role player for what they needed. He is a tough kid, he is a grinder. You could watch him last year and just tell he was ready to chip in for a good NBA team. The Lakers like to use their picks to take big swings and not the safe bet, and that is how they were looking at Jalen. But they needed guys who could play now. And look at what Jaquez is doing. They blew it, for sure." The Lakers saw up close on Wednesday night what they missed. They can file the former UCLA star in their "the one that got away" list. Following Wednesday's loss, their 9th in 12 games since winning the in-season tournament title, Lakers coach Darvin Ham finds himself on the hot seat, per Shams Charania and Jovan Buha of The Athletic. There's currently a deepening disconnect between Darvin Ham and the Lakers' locker room, 6 sources with direct knowledge of the situation say, raising questions about the head coach's standing, Charania and Buha wrote in a January 4 column. The people spoke with The Athletic on condition of anonymity so that they could speak freely on the matter. Those sources have described that the disjointedness between the coach and team has stemmed from the extreme rotation and starting lineup adjustments recently from Ham, leading to a fluctuating rhythm for several players across the roster. Ham rolled out his 10th starting lineup this season against the Heat with Austin Reeves, Taurean Prince, Cam Reddish, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis. It backfired once again as their new starting lineup was -3. Former NBA player explains how Jimmy Butler earned Jimmy Buckets' nickname. Miami Heat forward Jimmy Butler has one of the more popular nicknames in the NBA. He is simply known as Jimmy Buckets. It's not often discussed how he earned the moniker. Former Chicago Bulls player Stacey King provided the answer recently on his Gimme the Hot Sauce podcast. King, who played on the Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen championship Bulls in the 1990s, is now a television analyst for the organization. He got to know Butler during his early days in Chicago. On the plane, he came up to me one day and he was like, "Stacy, you be giving everybody some cool nicknames," King said. "Won't you give me a nickname?" King explains Butler was only playing limited minutes back then, so the sample size was too small to make up a nickname. And then Butler had a solid showing in one game during garbage time. "Jimmy got in the game one day," King said. "It was like just some murder minutes where the Bulls were beating someone by 25 minutes. Coach Tom Thibodeau called off the Dogs. He put Jimmy out there for like 6 minutes. Jimmy had like 3 buckets in a row. So then I gave him the nickname Jimmy G Buckets. The G stands for gets. He came up to me the next day and was like, 'That was dope.' And there you have it, how Jimmy Buckets was born." Shandell Richardson covers the Miami Heat for Inside the Heat, a Fan Nation channel for Sports Illustrated. He has covered the NBA since 2010. NBA trade rumors, latest on Zach Lavine, Pascal Siakam, Miami Heat and more. We will provide constant updates on this page as it relates to the biggest NBA trade rumors throughout the 2023-24 NBA season and leading up to the February 8 NBA trade deadline. Immediately before the start of the season, the Milwaukee Bucks acquired Damian Lillard in a blockbuster trade with the Portland Trail Blazers. About a week later, James Harden was sent from the Philadelphia 76ers to the Los Angeles Clippers in yet another blockbuster. This in no way means that we won't see other important moves going forward. The NBA is controlled by disgruntled stars. Who might be the next to want to leave? Which impending free agents could be moved soon? Below, we provide our latest NBA trade rumors with consistent updates throughout the season. New York made the first major move of the NBA season by acquiring this defensive forward from the Toronto Raptors. It's not the same needle movement as Lillard and Harden's blockbusters. But it strengthens coach Tom Thibodeau's rotation. Still, NBA trade rumors point to front office boss Leon Rose making another substantial move before February 8. Chicago Bulls' Zach Lavine could be a Miami Heat target. Having lost 9 of 12 since winning the season's NBA tournament, the status quo isn't working for these Lakers. LeBron James did not meet with the media after his poor showing in the loss to the Miami Heat on January 3. Shams Charania of The Athletic reports that Los Angeles is targeting Atlanta Hawks guard DeJounte Murray ahead of the NBA trade deadline. That seems to make sense with fellow guard Austin Reeves falling into coach Darvin Ham's doghouse. The aforementioned Lavine is also a possibility for Los Angeles. It's no surprise that Pat Riley and the Heat have been linked to big-time players ahead of the trade deadline. The latest name to come up is Cleveland Cavaliers All-Star guard Donovan Mitchell. The Heat are looking for a combo guard and have long had their eye on Mitchell, Jeff Zilgett of USA Today Sports recently reported. Riley has been looking for a running partner for Jimmy Butler for the past 2 years. That included being linked to Damian Lillard before he was traded to Milwaukee ahead of the 2023-24 season. Meanwhile, Mitchell could become a free agent after next season. And you fan, what do you think of the Zach Lavine situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.